guys, BBI here. I want to stop and say thanks for tuning in and checking out whatever the video is about that's about ready to come up next. If you could take a minute and hit subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you enjoy what you've seen here, make sure to hit the like button. We'd greatly appreciate your support. Anyhow, guys, all that aside, let's get on with the show. Let's start here. So what we got here is a standard old school 2x4 case. And don't mind this other stuff. I'm getting set up to do a live feed video for my weekly check-in on Facebook. So we're just going to ignore this for right now. This is a good 2x4 cabinet. Now, these two transistors were popped. This did have Toshibas in it. But these two pills were good. I removed those pills. I'm going to put HGs in their spot, and we're going to go ahead and overhaul this thing. But this board is gross. And I've been thinking, it's gross. It's gross. I've been sitting here thinking about different ways I can re-etch this board and make it all clean and pretty looking. So I'm going to go play with that. When I come back, hopefully this thing will be a lot better looking than this gray ugliness that's in here now. But my goal is to clean this thing up, make it look pretty, and really make it put power out again. But this is a good old school ICA cabinet, and this is before they started putting clear on everything. So this is just bare brushed aluminum, but the case is in really good shape. So let me go clean this up and let's see what we get. We shall return. Well, now that we got it all cleaned off, I went back and reflowed some of the solder on some of this thing. Some of the things I noticed is like this coax here is broken right down here. So I got to replace this, and I got to go through and replace all the hardware because it was all rusted. And I basically shot this muriatic acid and acetone, and the reason I had to use the muriatic acid is because the board was green. If I was to rub my finger on it like that, it would come off and it'd be completely green. So to make it so I could solder to everything, I had to clean all the corrosion off. Hence the reason this kind of looks like a dull penny now instead of super bright. I'm not going to scrub this whole thing down. There's no point to that. We shoot it down with a muriatic acid and acetone. Acetone dissolves all the flux. Muriatic acid re-etches the board. Well, whoever built this used non-stainless steel hardware because it all immediately rusted, which, well, stainless and muriatic, tomato tomato. So we're going to go through and we'll replace the mounting hardware for the heat sink, replace the pill screws, and then we're going to replace the primary hardware for the board. And then we're going to go and start coming around the horn on this thing, and we're going to build it back up. And I do believe I've got to add bias to this particular box. So that's the next step. Away we go. This takes me back. I remember the very first like 2x4 kind of thing I ever built or took apart or even got to play with. I love this one in all the right places. Input tune was way out. Of course, we had to change the capacitance here for the HGs. The output capacitor, this thing here, was completely scooched, fried. The cap's actually got a hole in it. Just went through and loved it in just the right places. So now we're down on 14 volts, 1000 watt scale. Got little to no power, 20 whole watts, right? Easily 1000 watts. 400 bird. Input tune's beautiful. So now all I got to do is add a switch, a simple on-off switch, a whole nother relay, another captive power circuit that's completely isolated and terminated, 3 knockdown resistors, 3 diodes, a partridge in a pear tree. We'll make it so it runs on biased sideband now. Class B. Now we got it running stable, got it all cleaned up, placed this cut. It's just been one thing after another with this little guy. I might as well have just built a whole brand new box, but it is what it is. Almost done. So what I took away from the last phone conversation I had with my customer on this is that it's roughly 9 o'clock at night in Hawaii, which means it's about 2 o'clock in the morning here. Yes, for those of you that have been checking your watches, I have been approximately working on this thing now for like 6 hours on and off. And all I had to do was repill it, clean it. Well, all I did was had to re-etch it, add power wires to it, clean it, resolder it, reflow it, clear it, add bias, add sideband delay, redo the input tune, redo the tune between the 2-pill and the 4-pill section. And now it says the camera's going to die. Son of a gun. Okay, fresh bateria. We're done. Added a new fan to it. So this thing is completed. We've already established what our input and output tune is with 20 watts of drive, 1,000 watt slug. 1,000 watts. No problem. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 1 1 1 1 1. So my brother, all I got to do is put the screws in this thing. Finally, I get to walk in the house, drop this on the table with all the other stuff that's going out of here this week. That's it. This thing's sold, ready to go. I don't know who built this. I have no clue. There was a red, white, and blue Punisher logo that was here on the front. I removed that. I found it was ugly. So thought I would put my sticker on there, but mine peels off in one piece. Got rubber feet on it. I don't know what else I can say other than it's going on to a new home with a whole bunch of new life breathed into it. I thought that this would be quick, but you know how it goes. Got to put in the time to make the money, to make the product, to pay attention to detail, to make people happy. So, mahalo, my brother. You be good. I'm out of here. I'm going to go do some other things. Gentlemen, my name is BBI. Without a shadow of a doubt, I am the biggest mud duck in Idaho. Check us out, www.bbiamps.com. Come find me on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and right here on the YouTube Gargler. Remember, click subscribe and do yourselves a favor. Make sure to click the little bell that says notify me when BBI comes out with some more crazy crackhead headaches. I'll see ya. I got to go. I think I'm going to go start binge watching some Letterkenny. I hear that Hulu finally added the last 3 seasons. Thank God. I'll see ya.